California.
Yep.
And he says that he is interested in getting a tattoo, and he's asking us, he's also interested in getting involved in Jewish education.
Sure.
And whether or not we think that that could be a problem.
Okay.
So let's
talk about
let's
that.
answer that.
Clearly, there are prejudices that exist in all parts of the world, but in the Jewish world, there is a bias against tattoos.
Correct.
It does exist.
Absolutely.
Some say it's because of an interpretation of Jewish law. Other people say it has to do with this idea that you can't get buried in a Jewish cemetery, which actually isn't true.
Correct.
But there is a belief in that. There's also sort of a residual sort of pain of the Holocaust.
Right, post-Holocaust.
Yeah, post-Holocaust remembrance. So that plays into it as well. But, you know, Viking said something interesting, which is, in his view, you can be addicted to pornography, was his exact term, and no one's going to call you out on it. But if you have tattoos, they will.
Right.
Because there are sins that are private, and there are ones that are public, like, you know, having tattoos.
Right.
So, you know, that kind of raises a really interesting question for someone like Mikey, which is, you know, he, like all other Jewish educators, may have certain thoughts about Jewish law, thoughts about God. In fact, I know one Jewish educator who's an atheist. But, you know, this has not been an issue for her. It's private. It's a private matter.
She doesn't have it on her forehead.
Right, she doesn't have it tattooed anywhere.
Right.
So, you know, that's not an issue for her. But if you have something like a tattoo, it's more public. So this answer that I'm going to give is not a very religious answer necessarily, but I think it's a practical answer, which is if you want a tattoo, like anything else in life, go for it.
But the point is that you think about it.
Yeah, I do.
Know, seriously, how is this going to affect my life?
Right.
And I'm going to have this for the rest of my life.
Right, exactly. And, you know, get a tattoo where no one can see it.
Yeah,
you know?
if that's what it comes down to. Yeah.
Right.
And I think the issue, like you said, is that there are sins that are public and private.
Right.
And it's almost disingenuous for someone to say, you've got a tattoo, when they sit in their house and they say they keep kosher, but they sit in their house and they eat a bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
no one's calling them out on that.
Right.
There's no one sin that is greater than another.
Right.
And calling someone else a sinner. Or evil.
Or judging them, calling them less Jewish, or something like that.
Is a ridiculous thing.
Right.
And that's something that we should all stay away from.
Right.
But be aware of the fact that, yes, if you want a tattoo, go for it.
Yeah.
But be aware of the fact that there are people that
will think less of you and challenge that.
And the opportunity you would have here, Mikey, is to make yourself stronger and present your faith in a stronger way. By overcoming being judged. And you could say to these people, you know, and share your story.
Yeah.
And that presents an opportunity to you to bring more light into the world through a tattoo. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that is kosher then.
Maybe if it brings people closer to God, then maybe it's worth it. I don't know.
Yeah. But you know, decide that for yourself. But keep the faith, keep the strength, and do what you think is right, and what you think God thinks is right.
Right.